everybody. So I just wanted to come on here first and say congratulations to my Clean House 2025 celebrity team. When I tell y'all, like they said, they are the most broken celebrities ever, I second that. I feel like a broke celebrity myself. Let me just tell y'all that my excitement for that dream team to go in there and show her how to really win on a landslide works. First off, her little 82% that she won that last election on, did y'all see the votes that Mayor House got? My mayor. Did y'all see the numbers? That election was not even close. Let me bring it up for y'all, because it was like what, 87.91%. So for anybody that's wondering, I'm looking at it right here. Y'all see that, right? I'm blind, so y'all see those numbers. For anybody that's wondering, Tiffany had 536 votes. 536 votes. Mayor Jason House, he had 3,896 votes. He won. When I say on a landslide ain't even the I'm sorry, but he kicked her ass. Like that's all we can say is that he kicked her ass. Not only that, but his Clean House 2025 slate also did their due diligence and kicked her, Tiffany Henyard, all female, all corrupt slate. They Clean House cleaned their house too. Nobody was voting any of those females back into office, not even back into office. Well, whoever that ran before or was elected before or whatever that was trying to run again. We all know that. Remember, Jocelyn King won when Ed Steve was supposed to have lost. Well, he did lose, but when she was trying to say that Jocelyn King beat Tammy Brown and as a write-in. And remember, Jocelyn King did her whole speech about thank y'all, and when I come on board, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But then when Dr. Nikita pulled those election results and she only had like 700 and something write-ins, it was like, what? Girl, why you laughing? I just want to tell y'all that Tiffany Henyard is the biggest liar and manipulator in the world. I've never seen nobody that lie as much as her. It is quite scary, the stories that this lady takes. She actually should write a movie. Like, I think that Tiffany should have been in entertainment. Instead of watching all of these movies, Tiffany needs to produce her own film, because she got some thoughts in her head. If she put them on paper, it might can actually grow into something that she really wants to be, and that's an entertainment. Because nobody believes her in politics. Like, as a political figure, you have ruined your career. And then she said, well, I can also run for something bigger. Girl, ain't no... The world knows Tiffany Henyard. Not just Dalton. The world. When you gonna go and run, well, people will be like, Tiffany Henyard, unless you plan on changing your name. That would be her best bet, is for her to change her name. Like everybody else have done. Christopher Clark, he was Clarence. Michael Smith, that ain't his real name. You got Jamal, Leotis. She should just go ahead and change her name. She probably already got a second identity. She got to have a second identity to keep doing the crazy shit that she's been doing. There's no way that she's going to try and be Tiffany Aisha Henyard for the rest of her life while free. Let's talk about only while she's free. and actually go and run for something else. That's in her face. Like, does she not understand that she's been on everybody's TV? She's been on everybody's cell phone. She's been on everybody's computer screen. Where can you go where people don't know you? Where can you go? You have people that don't even speak English that can say Tiffany Henyard. That's strong, girl. That's real strong. You have people all over the nation that knows how much of an idiot you have been over these last 4 years. People say, why Dalton? Why not Dalton? Y'all gotta understand, Dalton went through some shit. And then she got appointed in the township. So then Dalton and the township went through some township went through some shit. Then we tried to recall her. That didn't work. Our recall efforts was in vain. I remember going to cast my vote for a recall after I just got out of surgery or out of the hospital. I think I had just finished one of my surgeries or something. I'm not sure. But either way, during that recall effort time, nothing. We didn't get what we needed. We really didn't. And our votes wasn't counted. We were suppressed that day. When she was saying voter suppression yesterday, no, our votes were suppressed when we did the recall efforts because we should have won that. And then if she would have got appointed in the township, we could have figured out another mechanism to get her out. But when we were suppressed for our votes for the recall efforts, that was strong. That was a strong message. But that was when she had the world on her side. See how the tables turn? See how when you flip them bitches over and then you try and remake it, you gotta do a different setting now? That's what happened with Clean House 2025. We flipped the tables, knocked all that shit over. We finna clean this whole house. We don't want none of that. We don't want none of it. We about to start over, start fresh, start new, and get rid of a lot of these people that meant Dalton no good. None. I don't know where she found these criminals at, but I pray to God that William Moore, DeMarcus Quigley, Keith Price, and all the rest, Leotis, Kamal, Jamal Woods, Tiffany Henyard, all of them get their lives and possibly just find a trade or something to do. You know, politics ain't for y'all. Oh, let me get back on track. Clean House 2025. Congratulations, Jason House, our new mayor, our newly elected mayor. Congratulations to Trustee Tammy Brown, our senior trustee. We have Trustee Kiana Belcher. We have Trustee Edward Steve. We have Trustee Brittany Norwood. Congratulations to the 4 of you guys for being able to deal with her over these last 4 years. I know Edward Steve wasn't sitting on the board the whole entire duration of her tenure, but still, you dealt with her just as much as everybody else have. So we applaud y'all for standing strong in this fight. I know from listening to y'all, from hearing y'all experience, that she was not easy to deal with. Well, we were there. We watched the meetings. Well, so we know. We have our beautiful Deputy Clerk and as well as our clerk, our elected clerk, Miss Allison Keys, Miss Eris Montgomery. We applaud y'all both. I know Miss Keys, she said at the meeting, or at the, well, it wasn't inauguration yet, but at the campaign office yesterday, that she didn't want to argue with children. Tiffany is like a child to her. Truthfully, she's like a child to all of us. To any grown woman over 40 that considers herself the youth, something is truly wrong with you mentally in your brain. Because as 40 years old, we're not the youth anymore. We have 20-year-old kids at this point. My daughter's 23. So how am I the youth when she's really the youth? And she's 23. At some point, there's going to be people that's coming up under her, 18, 19. They're going to be calling her old in a second. So again, thank you, Clerk Keys, for putting things into that perspective, because when you have a child running a multi-million-dollar government role that does not understand checks and balances, that does not understand transparency, that does not understand RFPs, that does not understand Robert's Rules of Order, that does not understand that you have to go before the board to get things approved. She just did whatever she wanted to do, whenever she wanted, however she wanted. She felt like all grant money was free money. Oh, well, that $6 million didn't come in because of the trustees. Oh, this grant money didn't come in because, no, it didn't come in because you're a child and you don't understand how to get things into place for your community in the first place. Thank you to the board for shutting her down like the child she really is. We, the community, we made a mistake. Even when we went and tried to fix it with the recall efforts, we were told no. So we had to deal with this mistake. That's so shitty in itself, that you would have to put up with someone for a duration of 4 years of criminal behavior, criminal corruption, all because they feel like you guys shouldn't be able to do a recall. Recall mechanisms should be put into play for all elected officials' positions, clear across the board for everyone, including presidents. Because if the presidents are doing something that we, the people, feel like should not be done, and we feel like our lives are in danger or what we're doing is in jeopardy, our everyday living, then we should be able to use a recall mechanism to recall that person and to snatch that person back as well. So we, the people, have work to do to make sure that we can really continuously hold these elected officials accountable. If they're not showing us transparencies, if they're not doing the will of the people, we, the people, should be able to snatch them back. That's what we should be able to do. We'll work on that, though. So again, thank you to my trustees. Thank you to the clerk. Thank you to my mayor. They have always been my leaders that I look up to. Never Tiffany Henyard. Second, I just wanted to say that election, Riverdale stood up. Thank you, Riverdale. Y'all said no to both of the Michaels. The Michael that was running for mayor, so Mayor Lawrence is back into his office, as well as the trustees that are representing the Riverdale. So thank you to the trustees for saying no to Michael Smith. Well, not the trustees, but the residents. I'm sorry. Thank you, residents, for saying no to Michael Smith. That was a big one. That one was just along lines of the Tiffany Henyard saga, because we didn't need Michael Smith running in there either. We did not need that type of corruption and chaos right next door. Thank you to Calumet City. Y'all reelected Thaddeus Jones. Y'all actually gave him a chance to continue into office. I just want to say that I don't understand all of the corruption that's going on in everybody's town, because I've been very vested in Dalton and Harvey. I know what's going on in Harvey, and I know what's going on in Dalton. I know that the residents in Harvey are fed up and upset, and they want Clark out. We all want Clark out. So now they have to try and devise a plan that will work. You have to be able to get the residents to the polls to vote out corruption. So they have to come up with a plan to be able to make sure that everybody is on the same agenda. It can be done. It definitely can be done. They have two wonderful aldermen that are not just yes men. Two wonderful aldermen that actually represent what Harvey should stand for. So I'm sending prayers to Harvey. Hopefully this election is your next big thing as far as figuring out how to get corruption out of your village. You guys have been doing good so far. I'm super proud of y'all. Super proud of the Poole family. Y'all got this. I wish I could vote in y'all next election, but y'all got this. I really think that y'all can be the next city to make change, because Dalton is a village. It takes a village to raise a family. It does. The city of Harvey, y'all got this though. Y'all been full of corruption for years as well. So to be able to vote Clark out, that would be amazing. I want to thank all of my subscribers. I love y'all so much. You guys are amazing. You guys have been there for me. You have listened to me. You have let me rant, even when I was apologetic to certain things that, you know, I might not even should have spoken on. You guys allowed me to do that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being there, for listening to me and letting me be me, right? Because at the end of the day, I do want to continue to provide good content for you guys, right? Because without subscribers, who am I talking to? I'm talking to myself. So I'm trying to grow in what I've been doing. I appreciate everyone that has reached out to me. I am so sorry if I have not been very, very responsive. Just been a lot today. Today has been a day. Y'all know that the win was yesterday. So give me like another day or so and then I'm gonna be back to myself. But today has been a day. Y'all, I don't even know if y'all can tell, my whole face right here is swole up. Because I was just so excited yesterday. I was laughing, screaming, I cried, everything. Because I was overjoyed with the win. Like, we won 87.91% of the vote. That was a very powerful, impactful moment for Village of Dalton. So please provide me time to respond to everybody. I do got y'all. I am seeing the messages come in. It's just a lot going on with me at this moment. Thank everyone for just being there for the Village of Dalton. Like, for real. I don't know like what to say, because this has been something that has been going on for 4 years. For 4 years. And we have finally got victory. Y'all don't know how amazing that is, but the feeling is just so mesmerizing. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. That's just my thoughts. Remember, this is the first half of the election. April 1st is the second half of the election. That election is just as important as this one, because Jason House is running against Cassandra Hobson Jordan. Now, I know that she is a plant, and I know that she was running as a Tiffany's fail proof. So if Tiffany lose, then here comes Cassandra. So Tiffany is going to get all of her people most likely to pull behind Cassandra and try and get her people to the polls to get votes for her. We have to send the same message to Cassandra Hobson Jordan that we sent to Tiffany Henyard. We don't want you running our village. We want to keep Clean House 2025 because that's who the people favors. We don't know you, Cassandra. We don't care that you've been living in the village for 20 whatever years, 16, 26, whatever you said. We really don't care, because you're not even someone that comes to the meetings on a regular basis. You're not someone that we can trust right now. You're very argumentative, very argumentative. You and Tiffany should go into entertainment or do something else. Be like the Village of Dalton Housewives. Y'all probably can get a good comedy sit-down show for that one. But as far as mayors, no, you guys are not mayor material. No, not at all. I'm not even mayor material because I could never do that. So we have to make sure April 1st that we are still going out to the polls and voting. Along with that race, we have the Thornton Township race that is part of the election process on April 1st. I'm talking about April 4th. April 1st. So you have to make sure that we, the people, get out there one more time and exercise our right to vote for Clean House 2025. He should win 100% at this next election, because who really is just checking for Cassandra? Y'all slay me. Another thing, while we talking about Cassandra has to understand what effective leadership is. We need somebody in office that understand what has been going wrong, not going on, but going wrong for the last 4 years, right? What have Cassandra said bad about Tiffany Henyard? What? Nothing. She has not said anything bad about Tiffany Henyard, but she has gone in on the trustees. Why? Because Tiffany Henyard feeds her what she needs to say. Absolutely. She claims she's not a plant. You see my plant up there? Ain't it pretty, y'all? She claims she's not a plant. She's definitely a plant. Definitely a plant. So we have to make sure April 1st that we are getting somebody into office that can balance a budget, right? That's one of the things that goes into being a mayor, is actually balancing a budget. We have to make sure that she understands the financial state of Dalton right now, right here today, because Lori Lightfoot already gave us the tools that we need to understand where our finances are at. With Keith Freeman, I know people are like, Keith Freeman. Even when I had a conversation with Keith yesterday, Keith knows he fucked up, right? We passed that. He knows that. Just like Carmen. I saw somebody else ask a question about Carmen Carlisle, and it kind of irritated me because they said that up until you and Tiffany fell out, that you were Team Tiffany. Agreed, right? Carmen was on the wrong side of justice until she got on the right side of justice. I don't care what made her flip. I don't care what made Keith flip. What happened was they did the will of the people, and they put community first, the residents first. So with them doing that, I'm not pointing fingers of shame at either one of them. I applaud both of them. Thank you guys for standing up for what's right. I know Carmen personally. I knew Carmen before all of this stuff entered into the building. Like I said before, when Carmen said that thing about the elders, when they were at the meeting, I wanted to like fight her. I was like, why would she say that? Calling people old people, like that was disrespectful, the things that she said. But y'all gotta understand the type of boss that she had, where she could get away with doing what she want to do. If you had a job where you could go to work every day and do what you want to do, how you want to do it, come in, don't come in, dress however you want, and you don't have no rules and no regulations, you would probably be okay with corruption too at some point. But then when you get a conscience and you figure out, hey, even if it was the FBI gave them the conscience, I don't know what made them flip. I know it was Keith for sure, but I don't know what made Carmen flip. But whatever made Carmen flip, because I haven't never asked her that question. Thank you, Carmen, and thank you, Keith. So again, me talking to Keith yesterday, he understood his role in the damages. He also understood his role in helping fix the things that he has broken. Did anybody get him grace for that? He should be, I'm not saying don't send him to jail. That's not what Vivian's saying. Vivian is clearly saying, give that man some grace. Because he did something that most people won't do. He stood up and he stayed. He stood up and he stayed. Y'all have to give that man some grace. And y'all have to give Carmen some grace. Because they are both of them are doing the work and trying to undo what they have done. And we must give them an opportunity to do that. Back to what I was saying. Cassandra, you have to understand what Tiffany did wrong. You feel like Tiffany have not did any wrong, that she didn't do any stealing. So that's how we know that you would not be a good fit for this mayor seat. Because what you want to do is you want to get in there, you want to continue to cover up what she have done. You want to shut out the trustees that are already pretty much the full board. And you want to still continuously do things probably your way. Not on our time. Not for the people. No. Not at all. So, April 1st, we have to get back out there. We have to make sure that we continue to vote for who we just put into office. Last thing. I have an interview coming up with Nate Fields. We're going to do it on live Friday at about 4 p.m. So I want you guys to watch out for that. That way, if you guys have any questions or any concerns when it comes to Nate and what he have to say with what he's doing with his campaign, we can do that at that time, because I'm going to open the floor up to questions. So if you guys have questions, or if you have pre-questions that you know that you want me to ask at the interview, put it in the chat, and then I can ask him those questions, and then that way we can have some type of dialogue going on exactly what he planned to do when it comes to the township. I'm not gonna cut him off as much, so I'm gonna let him do all of the talking to give his platform, to give his speech, to give his spiel, so he can tell us what he plans to do when it comes to Thornton Township budgeting, Thornton Township their grants, Thornton Township programs. It's a lot that goes into the township. Just understanding all of the job descriptions, all of the positions that they have, all of the transportation vehicles that's being utilized. It's so many details that one supervisor needs to know in order to effectively run Thornton Township. That's not an easy job. And I'm gonna just say that when I was a hiring manager for I'm not gonna put the name of the company out there, but when I was a hiring manager for them, I had 2 locations. I had one downtown Chicago, right off of Jackson, and then my other one was over there across the street from Great America. I used to have to go out there twice a week, and I used to have to go downtown 3 times a week. Now, that role encompassed so many different things that I had to do on a day in and day out basis in order to make sure that what I was doing, the people that was underneath me, and everything that had to do with my employees was taken care of every single day. Now, mind you, I had 2 work sites. So I had to do downtown Chicago employees. Then I had to do the other employees that was over there. What was that? Lake Geneva, I want to say. Not Lake Geneva, but anyway. The other employees. So what I'm trying to say is that I had to do payroll. I had to do employee hiring, employee terminations in the system. I had to do coaching. I had to do unemployment. I had to do when it came to our like we were hiring people after 90 days. So I had to like do internal hire. It was so many things that entailed in that one role for one person that had to go between two locations. It was not an easy job to keep up with. And it was very detailed. If you don't have a spreadsheet, or you don't understand budgets, if you don't understand payroll and how to clock this in and clock that out, you will be a failure in that role. Which is why I really think that's why Tiffany was not good, especially at being the supervisor, because it's so many things that go into that role that she just did not want to do. I'm not gonna say she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to, how can I put it? She didn't think it was important. I'll put it like that, because there's a lot of things that was not done correctly by her or by her CPA. Like, you have a whole team of professionals that's working with you that are supposed to help you along with whatever else daily things that you need. And those professionals was not helping her with the tasks that they were assigned to do as well. Then you have people doing other people's roles. When Keith Freeman left, you have Keith Price taking over his position, but Keith Price wasn't even board approved to do none of those things. It was just a shit show for the township. Then we go back to Dalton, and you got all these RFPs that's just not being done. You have cow meetings that we've never had for the village of Dalton. How you come in, you taking away public comment, and you don't want to address the public and answer questions ever. That's what you're supposed to do as a leader. You're not above us where we can't ask you something and you have to not respond. You're supposed to respond to the people that are putting you back into office. Y'all know why she lost 87.91% of the vote? Because 87.91% of us was fed up with her not talking back to us, not answering our questions, and not doing the will and the work of the people like she's supposed to do. So to everybody else that's saying, oh, well, now I'm going to help Cassandra, we don't care. We really don't care, because you can help whoever you want to help at this point. Y'all still gonna lose. Y'all still gonna lose. I put money that my Clean House 2025 team is already victorious. We already got this race in the bag. And then when it comes to next steps as well, Dr. Scott. So she had Free Indeed over there. It's a couple doors down from the Dalton campaign office. The Dalton Clean House 2025 campaign office on 142nd and King Drive. So they give out free food every Tuesday and every Thursday from, I want to say 12 to 4 is their hours where they do the donations. And you can basically go in there and pick your groceries, or they can pre-package them for you. So either way, that works best for you. But I want to go and do an interview with her at the actual Free Indeed location, and just do like a walk around with her. That way you guys can see what she have to offer. And I'm going to try and do it on a Tuesday or a Thursday when she's actually open and actually doing the donations, and then that way we can get a glimpse of what she really does for the community as well. So again, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I thank you guys for watching. I thank everyone that went out and voted. Even if you voted for Tiffany, I thank you too. All y'all 500 and whatever people, y'all, thank y'all, because y'all showed us that y'all really don't care about community. So sorry. It's sad, because you would think that we have better people in this world, but instead it's just full of it's full of evil and corruption. And it's so scary, because how long can we fight corruption until we just get tired of fighting it? And it's like, how do we check these elected officials? How do we continuously get transparency? How do we make sure that if they're not the right person, when we see them in a year, how can we get a law on the books to saying that we can put recall efforts into play? We should be able to do that from the mayor to the governor to the anybody that we elect, the president. Everybody that is voted in, even judges, should have a recall mechanism effort in case they get into office and start wilding out on the people. Just my thoughts, just my perspective. You don't have to agree with it, but I think that that's how things should go going forward. How long will that take? How can we get that into action? We don't know. I know that it's a recall mechanism that they're trying to get in play for the city of Chicago for the mayor seat. Because we do get a lot of mayors in the city of Chicago that are criminal and corrupt and just doing things that don't make sense. So we get that. But the bigger thing is that people should be able to pull you back and actually get you out of that seat if you're not doing the work for the people. So, excuse me. Again, Clean House 2025. Thank you, thank you, thank you. After April 1st, I cannot wait until the actual inauguration day. And it's going to be in May. It's going to be nice outside. We probably can do a barbecue or something. I don't know. I'm just talking out the side of my neck. But I just want y'all to know that I have a lot more coming in store. Y'all keep watching. Y'all keep subscribing. Y'all, it's not over yet. It's not. We still got one more election. So it's definitely not over yet. But in the meantime, Tiffany Henyard. Y'all see how hard I'm smiling? My cheeks hurt because I've been smiling so hard. That's another thing. My cheeks hurt, so my head hurt. Because my face is swollen because I was screaming yesterday. I probably shouldn't have been screaming, but I was. But, yeah, we got this. One more election, but we got this. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And I'll be back soon. All right? Love y'all. Peace.